Fighting for truth, justice, strippers, and whiskey. Did I mention strippers?
Oh, God. Oh, yeah, right there.
I'm leaving right after this drink. Rock and roll whiskey and other stories with Brian Shaw.
Cheers. Welcome to episode 43 of I'm Leaving Right After This Drink, Rock and Roll Whiskey and Other Stories. Before we get into it, as always, I'd like to thank everyone for sharing, subscribing, and supporting the podcast any way that you do. I greatly appreciate it. That includes those of you who have been so awesome in the past who have scanned that QR code right there and bought myself or my awesome friend Tits McGee a shot of whiskey. So tonight is going to be a little different. Maybe not. We haven't done an episode like this in a while. This is an episode tonight where, we're going to talk. We might vent. We might rant. It might be a little bit of all three. You can call it what you want, but I feel like this is a topic that needs to be addressed. So I kind of need to go back a little ways. Last year, I started my fitness journey, if you want to call it that. And up until now, I've lost about 40 pounds. And I will tell you, man, I went back and I've watched a few of the earlier episodes and holy cow, drastic change that I can see. And it's absolutely unbelievable. And, it's taken a lot of hard work, but I certainly wouldn't be where I was without my awesome trainer, Jordan, who's done a phenomenal job of kicking my ass in the gym, especially earlier this week where I could barely walk after a hellacious leg workout on Monday. But so credit to him for, kicking my ass and helping me get down that weight. And then, I had all the back issues that happened earlier this year and I had to stop, but I was able to maintain the weight loss, which was awesome, which I did not think I was going to be able to do, but I did. And then I was like, you know what, man, I still got to go down another 20. So I'm trying to lose another 20 pounds, man. And then I'll hit where I would like to be. And so I, called my trainer again and I'm like, listen, we got to make this happen. So we've been doing it now for a couple of weeks. And, he has not let up just because I had back surgery. Now we're doing a lot of different exercises than what we normally would if I had, full capability to do all the leg presses and all the craziness that goes along with that type of workout. But we're not. And, we're just getting started. And I'll hopefully be able to report to you in a few weeks that we're down some weight. If not, then I have clearly been doing something wrong because I am getting my ass handed to me at the gym, at least over the first few sessions that we have done. But what I feel like is incredibly important to talk about is the gym itself. Because, my friends, I don't know how many of you guys have been to the gym, have gotten a membership to the gym, you had the train, you did whatever you did, and now you're just like, F the gym. I'm not doing it. Because you obviously know how hard it is to lose weight, build muscle, whatever your goal is, right? And I got to tell you, let me just start when I went to join the gym a few weeks ago, right? This is one reason why people hate the gym. Because they lure you in with their, hey, it's only $9.99 a month. But there's no commitment, right? No commitment. $9.99 a month. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. If you click the little tab on the website, though, that you don't want a commitment, that's $15.99 a month. The $9.99 a month is if there's no commitment, but you got to commit for a year. Does that make sense to you? It does not to me either, but here we are. So then it's like, okay, well, maybe I'll just do the $15.99 a month because, well, maybe in a few months, something's happening. My back is hurting again. Maybe there's an issue and I just can't do it again. So I'm like, maybe I'll just do the $15.99 a month, right? So I sign up for a free one-time deal once just to go in, check out the gym. Now, they're supposed to send you an email that's like, hey, here's your thing to show us when you come in that says you get a free day here today. Do I get that? Of course I don't, because when you fill it out, they're just stealing your email address to just spam the shit out of you, which is exactly what they did. Before I ever got this email, I received a phone call from them, which they then hung up before I even got a chance to answer. Or actually, when I answered, they hung up. So then I called them and I said, hey, just FYI, guys, I haven't received the email to say that I can come in today. And they're like, oh, is this you right here? So it's like, clearly you saw it. So they send me the email. Now, I kid you not, my friends, that before that day was over, I had already received 2 emails from them trying to get me to join said gym. And then another one about how excited they were for me to come in and check the gym out. So now we're up to 3 emails, and I haven't even been in the establishment yet. And a phone call, which they hung up. Then you get in there and they're like, well, you got to leave us your ID, right? So now you have to talk to them afterwards so that they can try and sell you on the gym. So, hey, no problem. So they're selling me on the gym after I get done with my workout. And they're like, well, here's the deal. And I'm like, okay, so it's not really $9.99 a month, right? Well, no, once we do all the taxes and fees and service charges and all the other BS, it's going to be $13.10 if you commit to the $9.99 for the year. So it's really not $9.99 a month, right? No, it's $13.10 a month, you son of a bitches. So why don't you just say that on your website? Like, come on, let's just be honest. But we're already in the mode of like, this is why people hate the gym. This is why people hate, this is just one of the reasons. We're not even to the tip of the iceberg yet, ladies and gentlemen. Then if you do the $15.99 a month, now of course that's going to go up $3 or $4 too, right? So now we're probably at $19, $20 a month so that there's no commitment, right? Wrong. You have to go at least 90 days in order to break that contract. Sounds like there's a little bit of a commitment, right? It certainly does. It is definitely not no commitment. But on the upside, you can get out of it if you have a doctor's excuse to not work out. Excuse me? So now I got to bring in a doctor's note to cancel my gym membership. Okay. So I sign up for the $9.99 because I'm like, you know what? I'll just commit. And then if something happens, I just lose the extra money. Like, it is what it is, whatever. Which in the back of my head, I'm like, that'll never happen because I will make sure that they don't ever freaking charge me again. So anyhow, so here we are. I've signed up, to which the guy then tells me the fees and everything. He's like, oh, and then you're going to get charged $13.10 a month because it's not $9.99 a month. And then after 3 months, we're going to charge you a $50 membership fee. Wait a second. That's not on your website either. So yeah, great. So now I'm not at $120 a year. I am at, I don't know, $150, $160, and then I throw in the $50 charge. So now I'm at what, $180, $190 a year for a gym membership with no commitment. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. That we all know is absolute nonsense, right? Okay, cool. So I'm committed. I joined. Here I am, right? No problem. I'm totally good with joining the gym. That's what I needed to do. It's what I was doing in order to go back to work with my previous trainer. Here's the other issue that comes into play when you want to sign up for a gym. After you sign up, then they want to sell you on their trainers, right? Of course. So this guy manages to start talking to me and he's like, hey man, we're going to give you this assessment. We're going to do X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, no, it's okay. I'm good. I know where I'm at. Well, why are you so against having this assessment done? I'm like, because I know where I'm at. Like, I had a personal trainer last year and I know exactly where I'm at and what I need to do and to accomplish the goals that I need. And that's that. Well, I'm like, listen, I get it. And I'm trying to be nice here, man, but you got about 15 more seconds before I tell you just to give me my money back and I'm going to walk out of the door and I'll figure out how the hell I'm going to train with my trainer who's not hired by your gym for me to work out at, okay? So you got that. Okay, cool. So now let me just leave, give me my stuff back, and let me go. Cool, here we are. Day 1 of the gym. That's essentially day 1 there. But now it's full on. A couple days later, boom, let's go back. We're going to start training and working out. Awesome. Things are going great. And I'm just observing as I'm, working out. And you start to notice things, right? Like you notice the different people, you notice the trainers, you notice the atmosphere, everything as you're working out. Now, what I have to tell you about all of this is, again, this is why people hate going to the gym. And you may have your own reasons as to why you don't want to go to the gym, but these are just some of the reasons why I hate joining a gym like this. So then you get in there and you're working out, and you're doing your thing. And like I said, man, me and my trainer, we're having a great time. And you're like, hey, just out of curiosity, is it necessary for every time you decide to do some squats that you got to put so much weight on the freaking barbell that you got to go every time? Like, is that really necessary? I don't think so. But for this person to do that, well, I want people to look at me, right? Of course. So I need to make this horrible sound so everybody knows what the hell I'm doing so they can see how cool I am, lifting this much weight. Way to go, cool guy. Golf clap. Yeah. And then you got your knees wrapped so tight that you can't even really bend your knees, which is even more ridiculous. So it's just like, dude, come on, right? So then you see people like this. Then you have the people who are just the meatheads, who are just like, just ripped and roided out, and you just look ridiculous, right? Now listen, I understand what I got going here. So listen, I don't want to look like that either. I think that's disgusting, quite honestly. Like being toned and stuff, that's cool. Like that looks good. But just being all ripped and like where your muscles have muscles and those muscles have muscles, like, no, I'm good. And you women that like that, listen, you might want to reevaluate that. But anyhow, let's get to the next person that's in the gym is the women who are there to work out, quote unquote, work out, but they want all the attention. But when you give them any type of attention, they're looking at you like, why the hell are you looking at me? Right? There's those people, right? You know the girls I'm talking about. The girls that are wearing the shorts that make their ass look absolutely perfect. Like there's not a flaw in that ass. But you can bet that as soon as you take those things off, that ass is just bam. Like it doesn't look like that. We all know it's true. And we all know these shorts are made specifically for your ass to look amazing while you're in the gym. And it clearly does not. So, I mean, maybe it does on some, but I would say that percentage is about, it's probably less than 1%. So you have those women, right? And then you have the women who, are wearing the clothing to ensure that you look at them, right? Like that chick with the ass shorts, like she's totally wanting you to look at her ass. And then when you do, she's like, why are you looking at me? I feel like if you wear like a white top that's like tight on your titties, you might be looking for some attention to your titties. Maybe. Now, I mean, you could wear a red top, a black top, a gray top. You could wear just about any other color and I'd be like, okay, no big deal. You're not really looking for attention, and I get it. Like you got to wear the sports bras and I get it. But really, the white, you're like, looky here. I mean, at least that's how I'm looking at it. You guys may disagree with me on that, and that's fine. But that's just how I'm looking at it. Then we have the couple who works out together. Great, no problem. That's awesome. You come in as boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, friends, whatever. No problem. That's totally cool. But where we have an issue is that in between each set, you guys got to kiss. Why? Why do you have to kiss your partner after every set? Is that necessary? Like clearly I can tell you're together in some way. By the way, I'm also not going to the gym to hit on a female, right? I'm going there to work out because I'm trying to lose weight. I'm not going there to pick up chicks, even though I guess some people do. And I mean, it's pretty obvious that some people do, but then like you gotta like, and whether you're kissing like on the cheek or just a peck on the lips, or even if you're just like full on making out, I've seen it all and it's absolutely ridiculous. Just stop. Wait till you get home. Like, it's cool. Like, we get it. What else do we have that's in the gym? Then we have the trainers. Let's talk a minute about the trainers. So if I'm coming to your gym and you're going to try and sell me on one of your trainers, you might want to make sure that your trainer looks like a damn trainer, right? I don't want to train from a guy who's in worse shape than me, right? Because at that point, I'm going to go, what the hell are you going to show me? You're clearly not doing it, right? So could you start hiring some people who actually look like they can train people because they actually practice what they preach? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just absolutely insane to look at some of the trainers and I go, really? People are paying you to work out or to show them the workout routines and the different exercises and things like that and to push you and all that. And really, it doesn't even look like you're doing it. It's unbelievable, my friends. Let's see. What else do we have in the gym? Oh, let's talk about the music in the gym. Not everyone likes hip hop. But you would think, walking in, especially into the gym that I am in, that there's clearly no one there who likes anything but hip hop. And it was funny because I made, actually, and I'm gonna have a butt here in just 1 second. Not one of them nice asses, but just a normal butt. So the other day when I was coming home from the gym after I'd kind of realized this, that the music is just blasting so loud that the music is it's just distorted coming out of the speaker. And I mentioned it to my friend and I said, hey man, do you understand that, like, if I had $1 for every time I heard a rock song in the gym, that I would have $0? So it's like, and I'm not even expecting you to play like Metallica or Megadeth or Slayer or something. Like, hey man, how about some AC/DC or Van Halen? I don't know, like just something like that that's kind of pretty mellow and everybody's familiar with it. Like, would that kill you guys to throw in that type of music? And I'm telling you, if we don't think Big Brother is listening, that was a perfect example, because when I went in the gym the next day, boom, what are they playing? Pantera on the music. Like, what? And they did play a couple other rock songs. So if we're keeping track here, I might have $3 at this point. So just throwing that out there. Like, and also, you don't have to blast it so the speakers are so the music is distorted. You know what I'm saying? Jesus. Then you got the people who are slamming the weights down. Man, my friends, I didn't realize my list was this long. But these are reasons why you hate the gym. You may or may not agree, and you can feel free to leave your comments below about why you hate the gym. But then you have the people who are slamming the weights. Like, you're working out at a station, and you can clearly see that the guy next to you is struggling, right? Like, he's like, and he's just trying his damnedest, right? He's doing everything he can to make sure he gets in the 4 or 5 or 6 reps that he can do, because he can't do 10. Because why? It's too much damn weight for him to be holding. And then what happens after those 5 or 6 reps? Bam! He slams it down, and you're like, seriously, man? Like, do we got to do this? Can't you just, like, hey, man, I can promise you this. If I'm lifting 10 pounds and you're lifting 50, I'm pretty sure we can still get to the same goal, okay? I don't know a lot about working out and lifting weights and all that stuff because I'm not a trainer, clearly. But I'm just saying that I know that I could get to the same result that you're looking for, even if I'm not lifting as much weight as you are. So there's that annoying person. And really what's funny is you don't ever really see that with the women, right? Because the dudes are obviously trying to impress somebody. They're like, oh, I'm going to fucking lift 300 pounds and I'm going to show it. I'm going to show off. And then I drop the weight. Yeah, that's good times. So yeah, I think, does that about cover it? I'm trying to think if there's anybody else in the gym that really annoys me, or the things that annoy me about the gym. I think that about covers it, man. It was actually more to that than I was thinking. But, we're getting close to the 20 minutes. So maybe we'll just continue it after I hit the gym over the next couple of days, I might find some more annoying shit. It's highly possible. But, that's where we are. And I just thought I would throw that out to you guys about my annoying things at the gym, I guess you could say, or why people don't join the gym, however you want to look at it. But anyhow, my friends, thank you as always for tuning in and liking, sharing, subscribing. It is greatly appreciated. Again, make sure you guys scan that QR code. And I might even have to stop drinking some Jack Daniels over the next couple of weeks just to start trying to lose the weight. You know what I'm saying? Because I know my trainer's probably watching and he's going to go, dude, listen, the fried food, it's got to go. The drinking, probably got to go, right? And I'm like, I get it. I lost 40 once before. I can do 20, man. I got this. So anyhow, man, everybody, thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. I know I already said that, but hey, you can't say it enough because please make that happen for me. I greatly appreciate it. Scan the QR code for myself or Tits McGee for our shots of whiskey. And because if you donate, I will definitely do one. I will definitely not, stop drinking after you've donated money for me to have a shot. So there you are, my friends. Thank you, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Thanks for listening. Please like and subscribe. You dig?
God bless the internet.